Hey everyone, it is a Juicy Piece of Pork Cutlet, giving you another juicy review video. I want to do a juicy review of Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. 9 out of 10, it was a great movie. I mean, wow. The story was really good, the acting was great, the plot twists were great. Oh my gosh, like it was just wonderful all overall in general. It had great special effects. It was, man, it is a must see. You need to go see it if you haven't seen it. And once you see it once, you're going to see it again. I will tell you, it's not a bad thing. The movie, probably need to look that up, but the movie was kind of long, or it felt kind of long. But there was so much material packed in there, and the flow was phenomenal. There wasn't scenes that were too long. There were no scenes that were too short. They didn't gloss over anything. They focused on every detail, and they delivered. Like recently with the shows like Hawkeye and Captain America, like, and the TV shows, they've been okay, but and in some of the movies like Shang-Chi, whatever you want to say it, and the other movies that just came out, they weren't hitting like the originals before, like Endgame and Infinity War. Nah, this movie brought it back. Marvel has still got it. That being said, I will tell you there was some stuff I did not like. The main thing, and the reason I give the movie a 9 out of 10, and I do understand that they had a lot of stuff to mix and they had a lot of characters to throw in. Like Sandman, Electro, Doc Ock, I think that's all I'm going to say, because I think some of the other characters weren't in any of the trailers, but we kind of knew they were coming. Essentially, if you're a comic book fan, you kind of know Spider-Man, when they all have that team up and everything, they always call them the Sinister Six. Nah, they call them now the Sinister Five, and I wasn't feeling that, because Marvel has this thing with like alliteration, J. Jonah Jameson, Peter Parker, and so forth. You know what I'm talking about. So Sinister 5 just doesn't work as well as Sinister 6. But that's not really the reason I'm giving the movie a 9 out of 10. It's two characters, and like I said, they had a lot to work with and a lot to put in, and they had to make the story flow, so they did the best they could. But even then, they were lacking on the Lizard and Sandman. Sandman is the worst example, and I'll come back to that. The Lizard? Let me tell you right now, the Lizard got the side treatment. They tried to give his focus, and they put the camera on him, and he had the crazy snarl, and had that look, and he said some lines, but it wasn't there. He got sidelined. He never. Oh yeah, you can see my cats. That's my sassy girl. He got sidelined. He didn't do anything really memorable. I can tell what they were trying to do. They're trying to save on CGI, so they kind of made some excuse to put in the background. Like literally, there's a main part in the middle of the movie. I'm not gonna really give any spoilers, but basically everyone's coming together and they're doing a thing. And they're plot driven, and he's literally like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait downstairs in the van. I'm just gonna wait there, and he stayed there for like all day. He sat in this van and he didn't do shit. And then when shit starts popping off, man, so I gotta go back and explain a little bit more and not give any kind of plot, I can't give any kind of spoilers. But basically, there was a point where everyone's turned up, they're fighting, they're throwing hands, they're throwing them good hands, and then everyone kind of calms down. And they're like, okay, well, let's talk it out, and let's do this. Yeah, so everyone's kind of chill and mellow, and he's just, oh, okay, well, everyone's chill and mellow? Hey, I'm chill and mellow for no reason. And then when shit gets turned up, he's like, wait, we popping off? Like, literally, like, he's in the van, he walks out the van, oh, shit, we're popping off? I'm popping off too. I'm popping off with y'all for no reason. There was no motivation really for his character, and they tried to rectify that. He says a line. I'm not going to tell you the line, but because telling the line is going to kind of swirl the plot of the movie. But he says a line, and that line, in a way, you think really hard, kind of shows his motivation. but it was still subpar. He got sidelined most of the time during the main fight. He got webbed somewhere. Like during the main fight, he literally got webbed somewhere, and he stayed there like a good boy until he decided, you know what, I'm tired of being webbed here. Super strength, and he just walks away. He got sidelined. Poor guy. Sandman, his character is a little bit more complicated to go over because how they were trying to do this is they pulled all the villains from like before they died in their Spider-Man films. The worst thing about Sandman is he never died. He never died. I don't think he was the point he was actually going to die, except for when Dark Spider-Man beat the shit out that man. But we gotta go back. So if you've watched Spider-Man 3, which I'm assuming we've all seen Spider-Man 3, Sandman and Spider-Man Peter Parker, they forgave each other and they, came to terms. Spider-Man didn't arrest him. He let him go free. Sandman's whole motivation was, hey, I'm doing bad things, but my daughter had asthma. She needed medicine. I'm doing bad things for this reason. And Spider-Man's like, well, you killed my uncle, boy. I didn't mean to. I was scared. And, shit was popping off. I made some bad choices. And your uncle was nice. He forgave me. And so Spider-Man forgave him. And he went free. And they had no beef. As far as we knew, they had no beef. And in the movie, they did a great job. When he first appeared, and shit's popping off, he's like, yo, Spider-Man. Before he even knew Peter Parker wasn't his Peter Parker, he's like, hey, yo, Spider-Man, what's going on? Oh, you need me to do this? Hey, Spider-Man, I got your back, bruh. And then, so he flops. He flops between good guy, bad guy, or more like good guy, neutral, bad, good. And there's no way I can see of making that fit with the story. What I mean by that is, like I said, in the Spider-Man 3 movie, he never died. So, no matter what point they pulled him from his universe, in Spider-Man 3, he didn't know Spider-Man and Peter Parker connection until like the end. So, but the movie, when they brought him into No Way Home, he knew Spider-Man and Peter Parker were the same person, and they were on good terms. Sandman knew they were on good terms. So that means Sandman technically should be a good guy. But then he pops off evil for no reason. Just because everyone's evil and they're doing evil things. Oh, I'm going to be evil and do evil things. His whole motivation for that whole movie was literally just to get back to his daughter and be a father. There was none of that motivation in this movie. His actions for fighting with the bad guys did not support him getting back to his daughter, and nothing from the original character of Spider-Man 3. It was just, maybe I'm explaining it really bad, but he was a completely different character. And I can understand they needed to do that because he had to fit within the plot of the movie for our entertainment. But there's just no way that works. I'm sorry. That is a huge plot hole right there. And they try to rectify it by saying, oh, I don't trust no one. Oh, I don't know you. I'm not going to do this. Yeah. But even then, the plot of the bad guys, they weren't trying to go home and die. And I can't believe that character from Spider-Man 3, who was so motivated to rob a bank and kill all these people and do all these crimes, get home to his daughter so she could be safe and have surgery, I can't see him just throwing that away because he knows he might die. And so he doesn't know he's not going to die. Everyone thinks that they're all going to die, but no one knows. But Sandman doesn't know that he doesn't die. So he's probably under the assumption, oh shit, if I go back to that world, I'm going to die. But that world is where your daughter's at, guy. You completely shitted on that character. Like, I have to say it. I'm not gonna mince words. Marvel shitted on the Sandman character. They did. It was still entertaining, but it's just those two plot holes with the Lizard and Sandman. I can't do it. I can't give him a way out. I can't give him a way out. Besides that, the movie and everything's great. It flows beautifully. There is a plot device, or like kind of a plot resolution, that I can't tell you what it is because it's going to spoil the movie. But it always gets me choked up and makes me real sad and emotional. And they did that plot device. When they did that, I ain't gonna lie, I was in that shit theater and I was like, oh man, I can't cry in front of these people. Oh man, I gotta take a breath. Remember, it's just a movie. I can't spoil the endings. I will tell you, because there are some people who don't know Marvel movies that walked out before even the first hidden scene was given. There's 2 hidden scenes. You need to stay for both of them. They're both really good. But what they did, yeah, I'm excited for every new Spider-Man gonna come out. They fixed, in my opinion, they fixed Spider-Man. Tom Holland, great Spider-Man. I think he's the greatest combination of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. You know how they say Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker, but he was a terrible Spider-Man. Andrew Maguire, or I think that's his name, Andrew Maguire, whatever. Andrew Garfield. I said Andrew Maguire. That's up, man. Oh man, I'm gonna leave that in there. I'm not gonna edit that out. So yeah. So Andrew Garfield, he was a great Spider-Man, but he was a terrible Peter Parker. I thought he was too cool as a Peter Parker, and he tried really hard. I'll give the guy that. But Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man we've had so far. But I don't like this Spider-Man iteration because I'm so tired and worn out with the high school awkward finding myself Spider-Man, where I need Spider-Man that he goes head to head and he's his own character. I don't like how they made Spider-Man, like how they replaced Uncle Ben with Tony Stark. Spider-Man never needed a superhero mentor like that. He never had someone to give him gadgets, and he did all that himself. He is on par with like Tony Stark. I almost said Iron Man, but Iron Man, he had like the whole government backing him. But he started off by himself, and he became who he was by himself. He did everything trial and error. No one handed him anything. He didn't need to find himself. He didn't need a mentor in Tony Stark. They hold that man. They held the fuck out of him when they did that. I still thought it was great to look at and watch for the main story of the the Marvel MCU, but I didn't like that. But this Spider-Man here, in this movie, Spider-Man takes those first steps to being the Spider-Man that I love from the comic books, from the animated TV shows, from the series. They moved him in the right direction, and now in the next couple movies, we will have my Spider-Man, and I love them for it. Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Marvel. Ooh, thank you. So, I gotta tell you, it's a great movie. I will be seeing it again. I don't know if I'll do another movie with spoilers. I hope I didn't spoil anything for you guys, but y'all need to see it. 9 out of 10. I'm gonna try to get this video edited and stuff, but it's gonna be tough. I gotta go back and look at Spider-Man 3 footage. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I know I ramble on a lot, and I know I haven't been uploading much to the channel. It's December, and it has been crazy with work, and I don't know. I haven't really been out to see many movies recently. I want to do one for Encanto, but I'm looking for better film footage because I want to do a breakdown of the movie because that movie is so deep and it's so good. And it's to take me a while. I gotta find a good way to get some clips ready because I don't want to sit there and just talk about it and wave my arms around, and you're not gonna like that as much. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy jazz. Take care, stay safe, stay juicy.